When I first heard about eXp Realty, I'm going to be completely honest with you. I had zero interest in joining the company. I pushed it away, left it aside, and generally never planned on coming to the company. I was completely happy with the brokerage that I was at. Well, fast forward a couple years from then, I've now been at eXp Realty for about 16 months. And I want to explain in this video the reasons why I initially pushed it away, because after being at the company for 16 months, I've now personally sponsored the most number of agents in the company. I have the most number of qualifying agents, which are actively producing agents that I've personally sponsored in the company. And I've seen it all behind the curtains. I now understand why I made those assumptions, why I didn't have the right education, and why people are not joining this company. So we're gonna pull the curtains back, dive deep into the 5 reasons why I continue to see people not exploring this opportunity or joining the company, and I'm gonna give you some context as to whether or not this is really the case. What's up guys, it's Mike Sherrard. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for tuning in as always, and this is one that I'm incredibly excited to dive into. So as mentioned in the beginning, I joined eXp Realty 16 months ago. Over the last 16 months, my income has 10x. It's completely changed my life. But again, I'm not going to be ignorant to the fact that for multiple years, I had no interest in joining the company. I didn't have any plans to come here. And whenever anybody would bring it up to me, I would completely push it away. If I ever had the slightest inkling that somebody would be leading me down a conversation about eXp, I would stop it right then and there, move on, cut it off, and be done with it. Well, again, it's changed my life. So let's get into these 5 misconceptions and the 5 reasons why most people are shying away from the opportunity to see if any of these apply to you. So number 1 is one of the biggest ones, and it is misinformation, lack of information, and fragmented information. Listen, the reason why I initially didn't come to the company is because 5 different people, all YouTubers, actually reached out to me and said, Mike, based on your social media, based on your production, you'd crush it over here. You should really look at this opportunity, and sent me a video. They sent me a video by somebody else. And what happened is, to me, that kind of felt like, hey, Mike, I don't care if you're a new agent, top producer, team leader, broker, you're not worth my time. You're the same as everybody else. Watch this video. Let me know when you want to come make me money, right? And that's not how I really wanted to get explained an opportunity business-wise that is life-changing. So one of the biggest problems with that is that those videos did not clearly explain the situation that I had that was unique to me or where I wanted to go in 5 years. It was a general video. So when you start blanketing videos, and this is what a lot of people are doing, which is why they have misinformation, false information, and lack of information, is that they're seeing something that is a blanket statement of the company, which is decent, but you need to understand how this model uniquely tailors and applies to you. So once somebody actually sat me down, who's my now sponsor, and said, Mike, you know, what are your 5-year goals? Let me show you, just come in with an open mind. Let me show you how this can get you there quicker based on what you tell me. And after I properly understood it, I signed the next day, but nobody took the time to do that. So I'm not going to get into a full explanation about eXp. If you want to do that with me one-on-one, again, to give you some context, 98% of the people that I've ever talked to have ended up joining us, because once you see it, it's almost impossible from a business perspective not to see this as the best solution to scale your business, create wealth, and create the lifestyle that you got into real estate to achieve. But the problem is that these videos that people are sending do not clearly explain that, and most people sending it are sending it because they don't understand it. So if you want to know how to properly understand how this model specifically applies to you, click the link below. I'll gladly book a one-on-one with you. We can talk about your business, where you want to go, what you want to do, and how this model can likely get you there quicker. If you don't want to join, that's all good. But again, all I can do is share with you what it's done for me and the hundreds that have decided to join myself, and show you the right information so that at least you can make an educated decision. Now, number 2 is eXp Realty, a pyramid scheme. So this is going to be one that's going to be fun to add some context to. So let me explain here. Let's break down a traditional franchise brokerage. You've heard them all: Remax, Coldwell Banker, Sotheby's, Century 21, all great brokerages, different style and model, very classic, very traditional. And then you've got eXp. So let me break it down from 2 perspectives at a traditional brokerage in terms of a pyramid scheme. So if we look, for example, most new agents join a team, right? So let's look at a team, for example. You've got a broker, you've got a team leader, and then the agents on the team. So when the agents from the team close a deal, a portion of the commission goes to the team leader and a portion of commission goes to the broker. So you're essentially on a 3-tier pyramid if you're on a team. Or let's look more so at a traditional brokerage that's not on a team. So if you're just an agent at a brokerage, well, you've got the owners of the company, and then you've got the regional owners, then you've got the franchise owners, then you've got the broker, then you've got the agents. Well, let's say you're on an 80-20 split, just like at eXp at any other brokerage. Well, when you close that deal, 80% goes to you, 20% flows straight to the top, and you never see it again. Well, let's talk about eXp for a second. So when you look at eXp, yes, it's got a 7-tier system modeled after Keller Williams. Just the massive, extraordinary difference is that we share revenue before expenses, they share profit after expenses. But when you look at it, we have an 80-20 split, 80% comes to the agent, 20% goes to the brokerage, and 50% of that income comes back to the agents for helping grow the company. So based on eXp's model, they retain 50% of their revenue in order to give back to the agents for helping the company grow. So 20% still goes away, but at other traditional brokerages, that 20% is gone and lost forever, whereas at eXp, 50% of that comes back to the agents for helping the company grow. And when you look at the model, and I have another video that properly explains how to understand revenue share on a deeper level, it's really interesting to see that people think that you're making money off the agents below you, but that's really not the case. When you look at it, the company is compensating you. If I close a $10,000 commission, well, 80% comes to me, 20% goes to the company, and out of the 20% that goes to the company, my sponsor would get a portion of that income. So it's getting compensated through the company dollar. But what I really want you to understand is what that translates to, because I have no problem knowing that a portion of the company's dollar that otherwise would just go straight to the company is going to somebody that has actually helped me exponentially grow my business, because my sponsor and all of the people above me at the company are all multimillionaires similar to myself. So in a traditional business line or at any other brokerage, I would have to pay these people, thousands of dollars a month to get their coaching, consulting, mentorship, and guidance and support. Here, I get it for free because the company is compensating them whenever I close transactions. So it's performance-based. If I close deals, they get compensated. Everybody's happy, everybody wins. So it's really important to understand this notion of a pyramid and how revenue share applies, because to me, the revenue share is the company's dollar compensating 7 levels of insanely valuable coaches and mentors above me that otherwise I would have had to pay thousands or tens of thousands of dollars myself, whereas at every other brokerage, that money that goes to the company is gone forever and you get one layer of support. Number 3, recruiting versus selling. Now, I never use the word recruiting, to be honest. I'm just doing it because that's what people are familiar with. I use agent attraction because I have only attracted, to date since joining the company, even breaking records, I have never once reached out to a single agent about joining eXp. I've never called, texted, emailed, DM'd, anything ever about joining the company, but I've created a massive value proposition on top of the model where people get all of my social media training for free, all of my direct one-on-one coaching 7 days a week booked directly into my calendar for free, my new agent training, my production training, my investment training, and the 4 mastermind calls a week. Everybody gets it for free. So I've naturally attracted people because people see, wow, this is really helping agents change their lives and scale their business more than, most brokerages are. Why would I not want to get that for free just by being in partnership with a company that will also give you additional income streams? But nonetheless, a lot of people struggle with recruiting versus selling. People say, well, agents at eXp don't sell, they just recruit. Well, that's really not the case, because when you look at it, like 80% of the company doesn't recruit. Their primary focus is selling real estate. Hence why eXp, based on closed transactions, is the #1 independent brokerage in North America. So to get that title, you have to actually sell properties. And based on seeing the numbers of the agents in my group, we are selling a ton of homes, and we've got a number of icon agents that do, 20, 30, 40, $50 million a year in production. There's a ton of them in our group. But where the problem lies is that the small percent that do care about recruiting are the ones that you hear from. So you obviously don't hear from the majority that are focused on production, but you hear from the ones that are focusing on building their revenue share organization, and usually they don't have the right approach. So of course they're a bit more vocal and pushy than they should be, which is why I don't align with it. I decided to take a different approach that over delivers on value and support instead of taking an approach that others are. So it's really important to look at the fact that based on the training, the additional support, the 7 tiers of mentorship above you that you get for free, all the training tools, systems, and resources that the company provides you, there's a big reason why the agents at eXp are actually selling a lot more homes than most other brokerages. But you just don't hear about that because, again, sometimes you just see what's in front of you, which is the people that are primarily trying to get you to join them. Number 4 is brand, or not luxury, or something like that. They want to join Compass or something that's luxury. Well, let me explain to you. One of the things that I love about eXp is the flexibility from a branding perspective. Obviously, personal branding is my niche, it's my forte. I own a personal branding company. I love it, and it's what separated me from the other agents in my market when I got started. So I would not join a brokerage that did not allow me to creatively express myself through my marketing, my branding, and my content. So yes, when you look at eXp's branding from a corporate level, the branding is not that great. I will be completely honest with you. I don't like it. I don't love it. But based on what we've done with our group, I've done custom branding for a number of the agents in our organization. And we have agents that are in their market saying that their signs, their cards, their brochures, everything looks way better than Compass or Sotheby's or all these luxury brands that people think are going to have luxury marketing. We can do custom stuff that will make you look better than any of them, far better. But you just need to be a part of an organization that knows how to do this. So while their corporate branding is not ideal from my personal perspective, again, everybody has the right to their own opinion, I truly believe that it's the best brokerage for branding because they give you the freedom to express yourself through your branding as long as it meets the compliance. And the main reason is because eXp actually understands the importance of a personal brand. When you look at any of the top agents in almost any country, I don't know a single one that this wouldn't apply to, people are working with their top agents because of the agent's brand, not because of the brokerage brand. It doesn't matter what you say, people work with you because of you, not because of your brokerage at all. So when you have a strong personal brand, that attracts more business to the brokerage, and eXp actually being one of the few or the only that actually understands this, they give you a lot of flexibility to make sure that you can have very beautiful stuff as long as you get it designed. Now, the 5th and final reason why I see people being hesitant to come here is lack of support. They think, well, Mike, you're in Calgary, I'm in Florida, how am I going to get support? You know, I'm a new agent, I'm lost, it's a virtual cloud-based brokerage, I don't have an office I can walk into. How does this whole thing work? Well, let me explain to you. I'll just use Florida as an example. My sponsor's in Dallas, Texas, which is the opposite side of the continent. So when you look at the support, for example, in Florida, there's 5 or 6 brokers in Florida. So from a local transactional perspective, you have 5 or 6 brokers that are able to give you support. But the beautiful part about the brokers is they wear one hat versus traditional brokerages where the broker wears multiple hats. So a traditional brokerage, the broker traditionally, but not always, but traditionally does new agent onboarding, new agent training, brokerage training, marketing, risk, transaction review, all of the support, which is very difficult for one person to handle for maybe upwards of 100 or more agents. At eXp, there's over 900 paid employees in the cloud to help take care of all of the back-end maintenance of what an agent does, to the point where the brokers are there just to give you immediate attention from a local transactional perspective. Not to mention in our organization, because I continue to hear people at other groups saying, Mike, I can't get a hold of my sponsor. Every single agent in my entire organization has direct access to my phone and my calendar. They can book directly into my calendar 7 days a week whenever they want. I have never missed or had to reschedule a single meeting with any agent in my entire group since joining the company, and I don't plan on that changing. So people love what we've got going on, and that's why the culture of our group is so intimate, because they see that they can depend on us 7 days a week within the same day and always be able to get the support that they're looking for. So primarily, those are the 5 key things that I see people people struggling with when looking at eXp, or rather not even looking at eXp, because these are the assumptions or the misconceptions that they're making. So if you do have any questions or want to dive deeper, again, happy to run the numbers, happy to look into your business, and we'll just have an open, honest conversation to see if this is a good fit for you, what you want to do in your business, and how we might be able to help you get there quicker. So again, if you have any other questions, drop a comment below or feel free to book a call with me. Thanks so much for tuning in. As always, please make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and we will see you next time.